In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the zoom settings in Microsoft Edge. So, of course, if you're online and you're searching for something, right, this is your standard view on a relatively average size screen. But for some people, that's just too small or perhaps too large, right? So the first thing that you should be aware of is that if you hold down the Control key on your keyboard, it might be Command on a Mac, but and you roll your mouse wheel, you can make it smaller by rolling down, or if you roll up, you can make it larger, right? And of course, what happens is you can get to a state where you're just not sure what normal is anymore, right? So there's a key stroke for that as well. If you hold down Control and tap on the 0 key, that will get you back to 100% zoom, right? Now, there is another way to do it, a bit more numerical and using menus and such. So if we go into the three little dots in the upper right-hand corner and we click on Settings down near the bottom, right? And if we go to Appearance, under Customize Browser, third option here at this time is Zoom, right? And currently set to 100%. Now, again, even in here, if I roll my mouse, I can make it larger or smaller, but you notice that the 100% isn't actually changing there. So it's kind of like a dynamic zoom. But if we want to set a more permanent zoom level, we can go here and choose, whatever we like from this list. So, 150% I have found is a pretty good value for people who find things a bit too small, but want to, beef them up a little bit. So here's that same search on frogs at 150%. So I do help lots of seniors, and that tends to be a good sort of a starting value anyway to make things easier to see, right? But if we pop back to settings here, of course you can go much larger. The warning would be that the higher you go, uh, the less likely things are going to fit the way they were meant to in terms of the design of the page, etc. So see, for example, here I've set it to 300, and then not only do we have to scroll up and down, right, but we also have to scroll left and right, which may be exactly what you need to do. If you need the text this large to be able to see it, and that's how you need to navigate your page, then that's the challenge that you've got to overcome, right? So, and of course, if you need to ever set it back, if we were going to start from scratch here, you would click on the three little dots, you would go to settings, right? And here we have our list here. We're going to look for, we're under, oh, here we go. This on the left, these three lines gives you the menu, right? So the menu has collapsed because of the size of the screen and such. So we're going to go make sure that menu is visible and click on appearance so that we're in the right area. And then we could go down and find zoom. And of course we could roll up and switch it back to 100%, right? So just to show you once again the sort of generally recommended value if you want to beef it up a bit, 150%, you see we can still see left and right pretty good there. If we have this, still a little bit of left and right, but not as bad, right? It's the ads on the right that are getting cut off a bit, right? We don't have to worry about those too much. You will be able to, at this value, on most pages, see the main body of the page nicely fitting within your browser window, as long as you have it maximized, of course, to fill your screen.